Welcome back to the kitchen, friends, and in today's video I got a little bit of a project that I kind of have been putting off. I grew a lot of pumpkins this year, which is great, fantastic. I've given quite a few away, but I still have a big pile of them, and one, I don't really have a good place to store them, but also some of them didn't seem to really cure the best. I've noticed some mold on some of the stems of them. So I decided it's probably just the best option to turn them into some puree, pack them, and freeze them. And so that's what I'm going to do today. So that's going to be a bit of a project. I better start off by putting my oven to 400 because how I make homemade puree, whether you buy a pumpkin in the store to do it or you have your own pumpkins, if you want to make pumpkin pie, other nice pumpkin-y things, soup, cookies, you need puree. And it is as easy as just baking the pumpkin and then whipping it up. So that's what I'm going to do, and then put it in pre-portioned amounts to freeze so that it's just easy to grab. That's what I did last year. So that's going to be the project number one. Project number two is I finally shelled all my corn. Shelled is not the right word. What's the word for taking corn kernels off the corn? Well, anyway, whatever that is, I got the corn kernels, and why I grew that variety of corn was it's a popcorn variety, and so I was hoping to pop the popcorn. I did a little bit of a test last night, and I will probably insert that clip here. So this is the result I'm currently getting. And so I think that means my popcorn kernels have too little of moisture because they're starting to pop but not fully, so I think that means there's not enough moisture in them. But feel free to let me know. I'm gonna try soaking the kernels, and then we'll try... Oh, hello, it's me. Hello. We'll try again. But yeah, I think from what I researched, it seemed like a lot of people, it took a long time for it to dry out. I think I left it too long. So I think my problem is not enough moisture. So I've been soaking some kernels overnight, and I might try these ones today to see if they do better. And if not, I will just probably keep soaking for a longer period of time and just keep trying to see what it needs to pop well, because I really like popcorn and I grew a good amount for my first time ever growing any kind of corn, and I really hope to use it. It was kind of nice just to have as a decoration, so even if it doesn't work out, then that's okay. It's okay anyway because everything's a learning experience, but I really hope I can get it to pop. I don't have a nice like popcorn machine or even one of those that you put on the stove and like have a winder in it, so I basically just put oil in the bottom of a regular pot and put the flame up and just kind of shake it around to prevent burning. But you do want the lid on it to keep that heat, to keep the heat in, I believe. I'm not a popcorn expert by any means, but yeah, so that's also on the agenda. But I better start bringing some of those pumpkins in. I will only be able to do a few at a time, obviously, because I don't have an infinite sized oven. And so it begins. If you are a popcorn expert of some variety, please feel free to give me tips, because I could use them. First, let's start with a little more oil in the bottom of the pan. Let's get that heated up. So what we're testing now has soaked for about 24 hours. So we will see if that's enough, if that works. I'll just have to keep trying. In hindsight, I really should have just started trying popping them sooner, but from everything I looked up, usually it just seemed to take people quite a bit for them to get to dry enough to pop. So I was thinking I was playing it safe, but in reality, I was just kind of messing myself up a little bit. Ain't that just the way? And I have to find a way to keep it moving somehow so that they don't burn. So this is the technique that I'm doing. It sounds like it's popping, but it also did when I tried before, and they were just the fake pops, like the baby pops. So I'm not holding my breath yet. I haven't heard any more popping sounds for a little bit. Then I think you're supposed to let them stay hot in there with the cover on for a few minutes. Okay, let's see if anything happened. Nope. Darn. So, I don't know if you can see. They opened, but they're not popping. So my strategy, I guess, is I'm just going to let them soak for, let's give it a week now. Let's try soaking them for a week and see if that does anything. But I don't know. I'm kind of perplexed a little bit. I'm not sure if there's any more I can do outside of that. But if you know, please let me know because I want to know. So now it is just starting the process of when they're ready. You can check by stabbing them with a fork. I'm just going to scoop all of the good pumpkinness of it and plop it in the food processor and get it all creamy texture. Creamy is the right word, maybe. But get it to be pureed because that's what we want to make is pumpkin puree. And once all of it is made, potentially just all that I can make today if I can't get to all the pumpkins, then I will start portioning it out into freezer bags and send it off to the freezer for later use. Maybe I will keep some out and decide to make something pumpkin-y. But right now, we're just scooping.
Standing on your front porch, kissing through the screen door. Time is always running out. It's a place to say the things you really feel out loud. But baby, if you believe it, say it like you mean it. I hope I make them proud. If every younger version of myself could see me now. Didn't mean to wake you, just go back to sleep. Been telling secrets I was supposed to keep. But you're a folktale, I'm a believer. You are a pipe dream, I am a dreamer. You are a phone call, I'm a receiver. You are a sickness, and I've got a fever. asking me what are we, a stranger at a party. Said I don't look well. I think that he was kidding, but I couldn't really tell. Either way, it went straight up to my head. Didn't mean to wake you, just go back to bed. But you are a folktale, I'm a believer. You are a pipe dream, I am a dreamer. You are a phone call, I'm a receiver. You are a sickness, and I've got a fever. Fever. Oh, oh, oh. I want you to love me back. I want you to love me back. When the movie fades to black, I want you to love me. Didn't mean to wake you, just go back to sleep. I wish that I could be content with me.